I definitely say that I have to compromise a lot of myself for this and give up quite a lot. That what I guess my life is about doing the work. That's really what my soul is, and sometimes, yeah, the rest of it gets completely destroyed. I think in my mind, if what I'm doing is for the benefit of even just one person, then yes, of course it's worth it. Most of the stories that I look at are about IDPs and refugees that are displaced by conflict. And often what happens when wars start is you have this initial blast on the front line, and the ripple effect of that is actually refugees and displacement as people run from their homes. People are often focused on front line and the conflict and this type of reporting. And although they might look at the situation for the refugees, it's often looked upon in terms of numbers to quantify how bad this war is or what's exactly going on. But people forget that these are actually human beings. It's a very lovely picture, but really sad at the same time. I always think about the fact of losing your home. To me, is one of just the worst things that can ever happen to you. Everybody's attached to their home in one way or another. It's important, I think, for all of us as human beings to realise we have a home. And to be forced out of your home and have to run from it and leave everything that you know and love behind is one of the most painful things I think that can ever happen to anybody. And we have to remember that if we do hear these numbers being quoted all the time, that's 2 million or 3 million or 4 million people's lives. It's not just a number, it's human beings and it's people's lives. The baby. So this baby was born on the night of the flood, so he's really a miracle. I've been working like this for 15 years, and it's very different than news photography when you're just going in and snapping a situation that's over 2 minutes later. Telling people stories, so you need really to have some kind of chit-chat or have some relationship or gain some trust from the people first before you can really start getting photographs that are unobtrusive and they're not so conscious about you and really tell the truth. How long was it between when she gave birth and when she was taken to the rickshaw?
On the very moment when she gave the birth.
Just like a matter of minutes. To have got out of this flood water as they did in a rickshaw with this 80-year-old lady and a newborn baby it's absolutely a miracle they survived. We visited several times. These people here are from Bajur. They've been IDPs now 3 times in the last 2 years. It's an incredibly heartbreaking story that they lost their home 3 times and really now are stuck. I mean, I just asked them when they left their house for the first time. They left with a pickup truck full of all their worldly possessions as they escaped. And now if they ever get the chance to return in the next few months, they've really got nothing to go back with. I mean, this family have lost everything. And I think seeing this old lady here and the newborn baby as well, it really brings it home to you how these families are struggling here. It's making the prayer twice. A lot of the times I find it quite hard to leave people, and actually, for example, the story that I'm working on at the moment where we're following these groups of families that have been affected by the floods and made homeless. I mean, I've gone to see them now 6 times over the last 10 days, and we keep saying, oh, is it the last visit we're going to make? And I almost don't want to leave them and it to be the last visit. You always want to know what happens to these people. And it may be that I end up going back in a month's time and seeing what happens to their lives, because they don't leave my mind. I mean, I'm always still wondering and thinking about the people I've met, and you actually feel quite bad to walk away from people sometimes. Can only hope that somebody comes along and helps them. There's very little we can do apart from to take the stories and hope by retelling them and showing other people that some good does come their way. You think I'm just inspired to tell stories? I'm inspired by people. The people that I meet on my travels and in my work, and in my mind, and as I've always been brought up to believe that everybody has a story to tell, and there's always stories to tell and need to be told.